Hello, I am Priyank Mungra and this video is about an overview of this web application made by me and my teammate Yash Amatya. The name of this application is Visual Wizard, a simulate data structure and algorithm. The motive to develop this application is to help peers visualize and understand how data structures and algorithms work inside a machine. So let's begin with the demo, and let me begin with introducing the technologies used in developing this application. We use HTML, CSS and Bootstrap for developing the front end part of the web application. We have used Node.js and Express.js as the backend technologies. We have used MongoDB for the database, and we have used the Atlas version, that is the cloud version, for this database. And for the front end UI components, we have used React.js. So React.js is a JavaScript library for building these user interfaces, right? And we have used JavaScript XML. So what is this? This is just an extension of JavaScript language only, which is based on ECMAScript 6, and it is translated to the JavaScript only at runtime. So the other advantage of JSX is that when you write HTML code into the React, if there is an error in the HTML code, then it shows an error at development time only, so you can solve that error at that time, right? And this D3 part we will discuss later, and this OAuth part will also be discussed later. And let us begin with the signing in to this application. So you go over here, and there is an option to sign in by giving the manually all the details, but there is also an option to sign in with your Google account. So this is possible by using OAuth API. So we have used OAuth API over here. OAuth is the preferred method of authorizing access to the user to this application. So why it is preferred? Because it helps in authorizing the service without exchanging the username or user's password to this external application, right? So Visual Wizard does not get any username or password, it just gets an token, and you are directly getting the access to this application. So when you click over here, it becomes quite convenient and easy to sign in directly. So it says that login successful, and OAuth API helps to do that. So let us begin with the simulation of sorting algorithm. We'll go over here, we'll simulate the very common sorting algorithm, that is bubble sort. Let's go and simulate over here. So you see this canvas over here. This whole canvas is built using D3 library. D3 is data driven document library. So this is a JavaScript library which is used to build this transitions and animations and all the visualizations that we are going to see just in a minute, right? So all the animations is built using this D3 only. So let us begin with this ascending order for this given data. You see the values over here, 50, 70, and the height is according to that magnitude only. And so you see that the values with more magnitude has the more height, and with the value with less magnitude has the less height. And according to the bubble sort algorithm, the whole bar will get sorted. Let us start the ascending order. You see, let us reduce the speed so that you can view it clearly. You see that only those elements will be swept that are required to swap. So if this element is larger than this, then it won't get swept. You see over here, see that was not swept, right? Now all these values are less than 70, then the whole will get swept until this 70 comes, because that is not less than this 70. You see that will be compared, but that won't swap, right? Similar, this is compared but not swept, this is compared but not swept. You see, so you can, as you can see this visually happening, then you can understand in a better way that how the things are going, right? Now I will skip all this process. Let us fast forward this thing, and you see that the data is sorted. If you want in descending order, then this is again sorted in the descending order, right? You can also reset it, so the initial value before any sorting was done, you can see over here, right? And if you want to give your manual input, then also it is fine. If you give it over here 1 4 2 3 5, I guess, and again 2, and you set this input, you see that the given value below is now displayed, and this is again made through D3 only. This creating of chart, deleting of chart, that whole procedure is done using D3 only. So you can now again simulate over this data. You can reduce the speed, and okay, your sorting is going on. As this was already sorted, it won't go further. You see that you can do this as many times as you want, and you can reset to this initial value. Now say that you want to leave this application, but you want to store these manual entries, so that when you come back to this application you can continue from here, right? Or you want to switch to another machine and you want to continue from this given data, right? So what you can do is that you can save this to stockpile. You choose to save this to stockpile. You just remember the value 142352, right? So that we'll need it further. You save to stockpile, you give it the title demo stockpile 001, and I'll save the changes. It says that it is added successfully, right? So now if you change the values, let's say right, you change the values, so this above values were lost, and if you want to continue from the previous value, then you can go to stockpile, you can go to sorting algorithms. You see that all the previously stored values are over here, and this is the title which we gave, demo stockpile 001, and this was the data for the same, right? So this whole thing is stored to the MongoDB database, right? And if you want to simulate back, then you see that the simulation page is again occurred with the data which you have saved, right? And you can again sorry, the speed is quite high, and you can again sort it, right? You set it and you sort it. Increase the speed. Yes, it is sorted now. So thank you for watching this video. Have a great day ahead.